A reading from the book of Job. Job said, pity me, O you my friends, for the hand of God has struck me. Why do you hound me as though you were divine, and insatiably prey upon me? Oh, would that my words were written down. Would that they were inscribed in a record, that with an iron chisel and with lead they were cut in the rock forever. But as for me, I know that my vindicator lives, and that he will at last stand forth upon the dust, whom I myself shall see. My own eyes, not another's, shall behold him. And from my flesh I shall see God. My inmost being is consumed with longing. The word of the Lord.
Responsorial Psalm. The response is, I believe that I shall see the good things of the Lord in the land of the living. Hear, O Lord, the sound of my call. Have pity on me and answer me. Of you my heart speaks. You my glance seeks. I believe that I shall see the good things of the Lord in the land of the living. Your presence, O Lord, I seek. Hide not your face from me. Do not in anger repel your servant. You are my helper. Cast me not off. I believe that I shall see the good things of the Lord in the land of the living. I believe that I shall see the bounty of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord with courage. Be stout-hearted and wait for the Lord. I believe that I shall see the good things of the Lord in the land of the living.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus appointed 72 other disciples, whom he sent ahead of him in pairs to every town and place he intended to visit. He said to them, The harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. So ask the master of the harvest to send out laborers for his harvest. Go on your way. Behold, I am sending you like lambs among wolves. Carry no money bag, no sack, no sandals, and greet no one along the way. Into whatever house you enter, first say, Peace to this household. If a peaceful person lives there, your peace will rest on him. But if not, it will return to you. Stay in the same house and eat and drink what is offered to you, for the laborer deserves his payment. Do not move about from one house to another. Whatever town you enter and they welcome you, eat what is set before you, cure the sick in it, and say to them, The kingdom of God is at hand for you. Whatever town you enter and they do not receive you, go out into the streets and say, The dust of your town that clings to our feet, even that we shake off against you. Yet know this, the kingdom of God is at hand. I tell you, it will be more tolerable for Sodom on that day than for that town. The Gospel of the Lord.
The first reading comes from the book of Job, chapter 19, verses 21 to 27. Throughout our examination of the book of Job, I've been saying that the people in Israel really didn't believe in an afterlife at this stage. They believed in Sheol, which was sort of a holding tank for the good, the bad, the indifferent. Not a punishment, not a reward, simply a place where one semi-existed. Notice I say semi because it's not even a true existence. It lacks emotion, lacks vitality. Well, this is one of those verses where we see a hint that the people around the time that Job was written are beginning to believe in an afterlife. Job says that at last he will stand forth from the dust and he will see the face of God. It seems to be a hint at the resurrection of the dead. Now this hint is written in a context of Job's rebellion against what's happened to him. He says that he wishes he had an iron chisel so that he could chisel into the rock all the bad things that have happened to him and hold that as an accounting to God. He believes that his vindicator will protect him. Who is this vindicator? It's not really clear. The word for vindicator is goel, and that's the relative who would take your part when no one else will. If God's not going to take his part, then there has to be someone else who will defend him, but he doesn't even know who it is. So Job is sort of fishing around, but he's still vigorously arguing that what has happened to him is just not fair. The Gospel is from Luke 10, 1-12. In the Gospel of Luke, we hear about 72 disciples. The 72 is obviously a reminder of the 72 elders who judged in the camp during the Exodus experience. Well, these 72 disciples, who don't appear in the other Gospels, are sent out 2 by 2 to proclaim the kingdom of heaven. They are not to take a bag, sack, sandals, etc., because they're to trust in the providence of God. So if a household accepts them, they should say peace to that house. If a household doesn't accept them, they shake the dust from their feet. In other words, not everybody's going to accept our message when we try to share the gospel with them. That's okay. We leave it to God to judge. Maybe they're not ready yet. Maybe they haven't gotten the gift of faith. Or maybe they have gotten it and they're rejecting it. We leave it to God to judge these situations. We do our part, trusting in the providence of God, trusting that this mission is not our mission, it's God's mission. And may God bless us.